Artificial intelligence is now becoming more sophisticated, and it's basically eliminating the old red flags we used to tell to watch out for when it comes to scams.
And recently, a scammer tried to trick a Fox 43 employee to take a new job, but she was able to spot those red flags before losing any money. Now, Fox 43 finds out how AI is making it harder to tell if a job posting is real or fake.
The initial person who told me that it was probably a scam was my mom, because moms are good at that kind of thing.
Melanie Chrisamore is talking about this email about a potential job.
I received an email from somebody named Nicholas Wolf, who said he was part of the HR department at the Washington Post.
She checked the email address from the sender, and it seemed like the real thing.
Which I thought was odd because I never applied for this position.
But she knows companies are hiring recruiters, especially in today's job market. The job seemed like a sweet deal, too. $55 an hour, flexible hours, and remote work. After an initial conversation, she was told the VP of Human Resources would reach out to her. So she started Googling.
His LinkedIn pops up. He's worked at the Post for 17 years. And so at this point, this LinkedIn looks very legit. He's the VP of HR. He has a picture, a person, an address. Everything to me looks legitimate.
She took the call.
And they kept pushing this idea of buy this iPad.
And there is the red flag.
Buy this iPad from your mobile carrier, and then we will put your bank information into it and give you a reimbursement. So that's their shtick.
At this point, she knew it was a scam.
They could have easily created a job description just for me, enough that I thought to myself, this is perfect, and that's their thing.
Artificial intelligence is the technology.
Dr. Bruce Young, a cybersecurity expert at Harrisburg University, says AI is getting more advanced by the day.
Artificial intelligence is able to go out and pull very specific information that's real from social media accounts.
He says a scam like this may only take a few minutes to create.
Somebody can go out, pull all this information together, put together, a scam or a campaign, and then just target it out.
Now, remember that email address that looked real? Well, Chrisamore learned a new way to double check that. And it took several steps, eventually getting the IP address of that email, which led her back to Namecheap Incorporated, a domain hosting site. So, not the Washington Post.
It is so scary to think that in our world you have to go through 5 and 6 steps to make sure that you are safe, but it can happen to anybody, and it happens every single day.
Over on FOX43.com, we have that step-by-step guide on how you can trace an email address to see if it's legitimate. But as we mentioned, AI can make these scams so much more sophisticated. So those old red flags like typos and glaringly fake emails aren't what the crooks are using anymore. So your best defense is finding a phone number yourself, picking up your phone to confirm everything that you're being told is true. And these scammers, they are smart, and they know how to curate these jobs to make it look like they are targeting you specifically, when in reality, they're targeting a big group of people, but they can really narrow it down to make it seem appetizing.
That $55 an hour, though, that's a good salary. That would make me a little skeptical at first.
Well, and that's what Melanie thought too, but when she checked on Glassdoor, when you can kind of check salary ranges, it kind of fell in line. It was on the higher end.
So it made sense.
But it made sense, and that's what these scammers are doing. They'll take it on an average and take the higher end, so it doesn't seem too out of the blue, but still pretty good.
So are more people not calling? Because I would like to take a job
their
without
target here, they're targeting a lot of Gen Z and millennials that are used to saying, oh, I can communicate via email. And you have Gen Z coming into the job market and all of this kind of stuff, so they know exactly who they're after. And if you have a consumer story or scam that you want me to look into, Fox 43 wants to find out, let me know. Email Fox43 Finds Out at fox43.com or join the Fox 43 Finds Out group on Facebook.